Today's live stream is brought to us by another great friend. Very great channel. When it comes to vintage camper tours, you're not going to find another channel like this out there. Go check this channel out. You're not going to regret this one. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Just me today. Becky's with her sister at the hospital getting a heart procedure done. So they, as far as I know, her sister's in surgery now, so they're just in the waiting room, waiting around. Alrighty. Let's get to chat. Desert Adventures in Arizona. First member up in here today. Howdy, howdy, howdy. First one under the awning. I just had a clip fall off the window. Otherwise, I have a very large critter in here. Larry Bozeman. Howdy, howdy. Another member, Diane Phoenix. Howdy, howdy. Milnetti Living Free Zip Code List. Another member. Howdy, howdy. Tammy D. Witt. Howdy, howdy. CRV, another member. Howdy, howdy. Well, you members are on a roll this morning. Howdy, howdy to everybody. 100 degrees. Ooh, 104 back over that. You. And Dallas County Scratchers. Howdy, howdy. I just seen you, but chat just jumped, so I don't know where you went. There you are. Howdy, howdy. Your volume is considerably lower than the intro volume. I wonder what changed. The Jewish Redneck Prepper. Howdy, howdy. So is the volume fine now? Hopefully you guys ain't hearing fans. I got a fan going there, and I got the air conditioner going here. Sorry about this little light right here. I got the curtain open a little bit, and I took one of my extra Oku fans. Ocool, I think what they're called. Get them at Walmart. 12 volt. Runs on D batteries, or you can get an adapter. I put that in that vent because none of our vents, other than the bathroom, has an exhaust fan in it. And yesterday I was fighting a wall of heat right about shoulder height. If you stood up, it was tropical weather up there. So I got this fan up there today, and it seems to be doing the job. I couldn't do it yesterday because the way the wind was blowing, it was blowing the heat right through the vent back in here. So today, it feels good up there. Audio is fine. Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much. Sound good. Thank you. Let's get to our weather. Yes, we are still under this. Of course, we are in the desert. We're probably going to be under this until November. Who knows? But, excessive heat warning. And it is hot. 100 degrees right now, 19% humidity. Yesterday's high was 111. I believe we got hotter than that. Today's high is 113 with 14% humidity. Not bad. I can't believe I'm saying that, but not bad. Now, if I was at home, I wouldn't be saying that. Well, I am home. If I was in Indiana, I wouldn't be saying that. There's the 14 days. Saturday's looking a little scary. Sunday, not so much scary. Friday's just prepping us for the scariness. And then Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, Friday kind of letting us down easy for the slight cool off that we got coming. But it's hot, folks. It's hot. I've learned something else about the heat out here. I have a handheld. Okay. If you burn kerosene and you get, they have these kerosene pumps that you can squeeze. It's a siphon pump, and then they also make a battery operated one, which looks like that. I have the gasoline version of that. It's black and red instead of gray and red. I just put brand new batteries in this thing 3 days ago. Last night I went out there to put gas in the generator, and I had to pour it in the generator because I couldn't get my pump to work. This morning, I went and got gas at the gas station. I come back, and well, I topped the generator off with what was left in the can, which topped the generator off. I got lucky there. So now I got 2 full cans and a full generator. The generator's not running right now. We're running on solar. So I couldn't get this pump to work. This morning, I thought, oh, what the heck? I changed the batteries in it. Works fine. So I've been leaving that pump out in that rack next to the gas pumps. I'm getting internet signal, so it might be choppy. And apparently, the heat eats AA batteries within 3 days. And they're Harbor Freight batteries. They are good batteries. They're cheap batteries, but they're very good batteries. We use a lot of them. And all our headlamps and flashlights, and you get a big old double strip of them for I think $3 or something. But they last. Them three didn't, or six that was in that pump takes 6 AA's. So I'm assuming the heat killed those batteries, just like that. But good thing I got my pump back because, as you know, I put them spouts on them gas cans. It's hard to pour with even with the other spouts. Um, but by the time you start tilting and you get around the little hole for the gas tank, you've done spilt a gallon of gas all over the place. So I use that pump. I've always used that pump. Um, the pump's going on 3 years old. It's starting to get some pinholes and hose that go down into the tank. But it's inside where it goes into the tank, so it doesn't spray everywhere. So I think next month I'm going to replace it and then put this one up as a spare or something. Excuse me. Let me get back in here to chat. And Going Green Mom, howdy, howdy. Thanks for jumping Cat Therapy's link. There's Becky right there on her account. Oh. Following Yellow Brick Road, another member. Howdy, howdy. 98.76% humidity. Wow. Missouri. Are you coming back west? We got plenty of room. Linda Okie, howdy, howdy. And Linda Barker, howdy, howdy. All right. But this added solar, it seems like we talk solar about every day anymore. I was able to run. Today I started an hour early. I slid the panels out a little further away, the ones on the end, as much as I could with the wire I got out of the shadow of honey. So by 9 o'clock in the morning, I can turn this air conditioner on. And I did that today. We're holding pretty good. There's a little bit of a haze. I'm not getting as good as solar as I did yesterday, but it's still holding. There is some sort of haze in the sky. Probably the humidity. Who knows? Take Howard. Ooh, okay. Plenty of room, but we survive in queue. Hell, there's more than one way to skin a cat. We're learning of other ways of survival. Rechargeable batteries. I got. I do have them. The problem with them. Not problem are. They're NiCads. They don't really last as long in the headlamps and stuff that I use them. And right now, I can't find them. I've been looking for them, but I can't find them. But for like $3, you get, I think, 24 batteries on it, maybe more. But we are starting to look at the rechargeable lithiums. Just the cable plugs right into the battery. So we're going to start replacing the NiCads with them pretty soon. How's the heat? Not too bad. I can't believe I'm saying that. If the humidity was out here, it'd be bad. Of course, You want to go out in that sun for about 10 minutes. And you better find some shade real quick. And I've learned through you guys, better drink plenty of electrolytes. Uh, and I'm drinking, I think, more than I need now. But I don't think you can have too many of these. I heard there was a lady in Indiana last week that passed away from drinking too much water. She drank so much water so fast it caused her. She went to sleep and her brain swelled and she died. It was somewhere in Indiana. The generator ran all day yesterday during the hot sun since I bypassed that co-sensor and changed the oil to 5W20. Awesome. I thought it was running pretty good. So minutes off road had same problem with theirs. Mine ran all right until I shut it off. Then I went back out there to start it, and it wouldn't run in the heat with both air conditioners. It would run on the rooftop, but I couldn't turn the window unit on. And it ran all day. And then about 2 o'clock, I went out there. For some reason, I shut it off. And when I went to fire it back up, it fired up, and it ran. But then I couldn't run both ACs. And it was running both ACs when I turned it off. Then I just turned it off, ran on the solar for a little while, and went back out there about 4 o'clock. Fired it back up, and I was able to run both ACs because yesterday it got warm in this rig with this unit going. This little 6,000 BTU had a hard time keeping up at around 110 degrees. But the wind was blowing the heat. I don't know. The wind was blowing from the front of the rig. And it seemed like that was messing with it yesterday. I had that wall of heat up there, and I couldn't get rid of it. So then the only way I got rid of it was I had to fire that rooftop up. But once I did that, it was fine. If I run the rooftop and this window unit, I got to put a hoodie on in here. And you can't run, when you're running on this generator like this, even without this window unit going. Say this window unit was not here. If I was running on an air conditioner up there, strictly on the generator, I've either got to run it full bore or down all the way. Anything in between causes the compressor to kick on too much before the generator gets caught back up. And if it kicks on and the generator hasn't caught up from where it kicked off before, and this could be a few minutes, it will kill the power in this rig, or it will kick the generator, the generating part off, but it'll still be running, but it won't be making any electricity. And I got to go out there, shut the generator off, because they don't put a reset button on the generator part. You got to turn the generator off and then restart it. And then come in here, turn it on fan, let it run for a little while, then kick that compressor on and put it full bore, because that compressor being on full time doesn't ever kick off. So it doesn't strain the generator kicking on and off, kicking on and off, kicking on and off. Well, now during the nighttime, this one, I'll run it down at 72 degrees and it'll kick on and off like it's supposed to throughout the night, and I'll burn half a tank of gas in an 8-hour period running this window unit. I like that. Any phones, want to tell you anybody? Now, we saved a little bit more gas last night because about 2 o'clock in the morning I got up and it was a little warm in here. When I looked over, air conditioner was off. Generator was running. Air conditioner was off. Everything that was running, my little bleeder lights is what I call them, the little lights on plug-ins, and the TV little light, the red light that's on all the time. I don't need to know that that's off. Turn the light off. I hate those little bleeder lights. But all of them were powered up. And I reached over, picked up the remote. This was glad I got the remote. That the one and only time I was glad I got the remote. Turned the air conditioner on. It came on, kicked on, ran beautiful. I think Lulu turned it off last night with her paw because she was laying right here and she stretches out. And I think she hit the power button and turned the air conditioner off sometime last night when we were all sleeping. Life of Lucretia, howdy, howdy. Another member. She Devil Adventures, howdy, howdy. But it's been running ever since and hasn't turned off. So, but I really do. I think Lulu, when she stretched out, because when that dog stretches, she stretches. And I think she reached up and just happened to hit the power button. See if I missed anybody coming in here. But Linda wanted to know how to heat, so she wasn't in here when we did the weather. I'll show you what the heat is. We're still under one of these, probably until November, maybe December. Who knows? Santa's going to have to show up in quartzsite wearing Speedos. But it's 100 degrees right now. I did this 10 minutes before the live stream. Let's see if it's went up any. What's your temperature in quartzsite? Still 100 and 19% humidity. All right, so we're still at 100 degrees. Right before the live stream, we were at 99. And the high is 113 for today, 14% humidity. And then the next 14 days this weekend is looking a little scary. But as long as I can run the generator through that heat and run that rooftop, everything will be fine in here. And we've done it. We ran it that generator ran in 122 degree weather, running both the generator and the window unit. I may turn off the window unit and just run the roof AC that day throughout the day. The next goal after the batteries is we will have enough solar to run that rooftop. I'm going to probably, to do it, I'll have to go to Harbor Freight and buy one of their inverters, 4,000 watt, maybe a 5,000 watt one, just for that AC. But I will be running it off solar. It may not be this season. I can almost guarantee it won't be this season. But if we're doing this next season, or anywhere else we go, I'll be able to run that on solar. Because we're this close. We're this close. The 2,000 watt inverter tries, because I have a brain fart every now and then. And usually when I got the generator going, I turn the inverter off. And so when it comes time to flip back over, sometimes I'll forget to turn the inverter on, but I'll forget to turn the rooftop AC off. But when I turn the inverter on, that thing tries to come on. And it did once, but it started slow, and then it ran beautiful. Before I realized what I was doing, when I was like, oh crap, it's running on the inverter. Then I turned it off. But it won't do it now. The fan will run all day on it. The compressor, it kicks on, but it's like the little train that's going up the hill that says, I think I can. So the minute I turn the inverter on and that thing tries to come on and I realized I forgot to turn it off, I'm up there turning it off right away. Because it will suck them batteries dry in no time at all. Back over here, chat, which I didn't have on. Nas, another member. Howdy, howdy. 92, 57 for humidity, that percent humidity, 104 it feels like. Wow. I think by staying down here and coming into the season instead of just coming over here into the season, gradually got us all used to it. The one out of the four of us, me, Moose, Jasper, Lulu's the one that it bothers the most. think it's as she's aging. But she's the one that really does not like this heat. She's questioning our decision. And she is the reason when you hear the generator going, or if I got to run the generator and turn the, she's the reason. I don't like watching her look miserable. I don't care. I'll go broke, keep the dogs comfy. It's hard for the fur babies, little potty and heat. They I take them out in the morning, and then about 1:30, if they gotta go, I'll get them out. They don't stay out long. They don't like that ground, and they don't really like the heat, except for Jasper. Jasper yesterday went out and laid on that hot ground, laid down. It's like he was, oh yeah, this feels good, big old heating pad. And I could not get him to come in. I had to coax that dog in with a TREAT. They're sleeping, except for Moose. He kind of looked at me. But I had to coax him back in. He wanted to lay out there on that hot dirt. Like, dog, you're crazy. And then I wait till the sun goes down, and I'll go out and look. If it's still a little too hot, I won't let him out. I'll wait for about a half hour after the sun goes out, and I take my little temperature gun out there, and I check the ground, see how hot it is, and then I let them out. And then they'll go back out at about 10 o'clock for one last time. And last night at about 10 o'clock, it was still 102 degrees here. Personal heat bath, yeah. I have to spell around my dogs. I can hear you say that again. TREAT. Okay, Moose didn't open his eyes that time. Okay. Going back through chat, make sure I didn't miss anybody. But it has been a learning curve. This whole season has definitely been a learning curve. And Lily T, howdy. I think by the end of this season, we should be professionals of how to survive in the desert and act like you know what you're doing. Oh, spider. I'll be back. Spider. Go, get away. Get. Where'd you go? Get it? No. Get it. What the heck? Son, is this thing wearing body armor? Yeah. There. Yeah, thing come right now. I'm just off the camera. Yeah. Well, she didn't hear me spell, so. Becky is at the hospital with her sister. Her sister's having a procedure and her heart done today. Our dogs will learn how to spell. We have to misspell now. That's not the proper application for remote, boy. How did you see me pick the remote up for that? Because that's what I used. Or did I say something about it? I might have. I don't know. Slippery spider. AC remote is broken out. It's fighting back. It didn't want to die. I was like, what the heck? It must be wearing body armor. Most spiders are making spiders. Mess with your shoe. I'm wearing it. Can't get my leg up that high right now. Dog, did you spell walk? That's Jasper's other word that he knows real well. Yeah. Okay, any more up there? Man. Imagine sleeping at night and that thing coming down. All right, well, get over here and lay down, miss. Come on. No? All right. Misfits and Dreamers, another member. Howdy, howdy, howdy. So, any more audience members that I need to know about up there? All right, Jamie, have a great day. Catch you in the neighborhood. All right. I am going to have to go. Do we got a cloud in the sky? Because my solar has dropped dramatically. So, let me run this ad. We are in danger of shutting down. Come on, here, move. Nope. Never mind. We're back. That's what a cloud does. I am going to go look. I shall. Wait, what time is it? Almost got a couple minutes. Minute. It has went down dramatically. And when that happens, it's usually a cloud. So now we're pulling off the battery more than we are solar right now. We're coming back up. Seems to be holding. If I got to go out there and fire that generator up, I may lose you guys. If that happens, we'll restart another one, or hopefully I can get back into this one. Maybe not. We'll see. But it's starting to get me worried. We have a few clouds down here today too. It was. See, now it's coming back up. I'm going to go look out the door real fast. I'll be right back. It's trying to come up, but it's like a thick, very thick haze up there, right around the sun, like humidity or something. The laptop run on battery, or is it direct plug in? It's directly plugged in. The battery doesn't really hold up now. If it gets any lower, I might have to fire the generator up. You should send a picture of a possible tornado. I seen that. Moon over Miami, howdy howdy. David Smith, howdy howdy. Just getting warmed up. Yeah, it is. Now we're coming back up. Severe thunderstorm watch here. That was the stuff that blew through Indiana that I think is coming to you now. We have a few clouds, almost home. You put on that. Oh, bad. Yeah, that. Oh, I had just ate, but that still made me hungry. Come on, come on. A little higher, I'd be happy. I got to get them other panels hooked up. Got to take this away a little bit. Well, and let me get caught up on chat. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. All right. All right. Let's give thanks to the members. We play that whenever I find it. There it is. I'll be right back.
Slow down, mama. Why you talk so mean? Good Lord, man, shit, it ain't what it seems. Got nice clothes, late night shows, boogie down at the bar, fiddle tunes and homemade booze, but it always goes too far. Shooting pool, crack a jack, take off now and don't look back, but hey, don't you wanna play? Hold on, sugar, why you look so...
It's trying to come up. The only thing running on the solar is this laptop, that air conditioner. The Appy Cools are on the Jackery right now. Um, this light's running on the solar, but it's no, it ain't. It's running off the Jackery because it's plugged into the Appy Cool. So if I see 10, I'm going over there and turning the generator on. I did not expect to have to run that so soon. I mean, it was doing great, and all of a sudden it just dropped. And you go out there, and there's like a fog. It's not a fog, but there's there's something up there because it's making the sunlight look all fuzzy. But oh, wait a minute, I got one more thing to do. I figured it out. I will be right back. I got to go fire the generator up. I have lost 500 watts in solar. I'll be back. Hopefully, it doesn't kick this off. If it does, I'll have to refresh, get back in here. If I lose this page, I will start another one. So I shall be right back. I got to go fire this generator up because it's like the Titanic. We're taking on water. Be right back. Okay, am I still here? Type yes if I'm still here. I don't know. It's showing it didn't disconnect, so it should still be here. I got my 500 watts back just as I fired the generator up, but I know what's wrong. That China solar controller. I forgot to turn the fan on it, so it shut down. I'm gonna run up to the end of this live stream, then I'm gonna go back out there and turn the generator off. So I'm just gonna let it run for about 20 minutes. But I turned the fan on. It didn't come on. The fan did, but the controller didn't. I went out and started the generator and come back in, and I happened to look in there and it came on. So I bought that just as a patch to get through with them other panels I had out there till I got over to Santan. That's all that controller's for. I don't recommend buying them. For a cheap spare or something. Yeah, we're doing good now. All right. Okay. Boondocking with Boomer. Howdy, Lance. And yeah, when you come from Tornado Alley, all them things are little miniature tornadoes. But man, are they brutal. We got very, very little humidity here today. Those misters. Those are handy out here. You have a great day, David. 26, wow, 76% humidity. $18-foot Tioga, mid 90, 350 chassis. Nice. Tiogas are pretty nice rigs. Harder today. And yep, that China controller's overheating. As long as I keep a fan on it, it's fine. And I forgot to turn the fan on it this morning. I should have known that when I seen what's happening, but I forgot. It's all learning curve. Your controller overheated because there was way too many volts going through that. This does not have that. It's just being the temperature's being hot. Everything's hot, and the closet is not air conditioned because it's closed. I got the door propped open a little bit, and I got a fan blowing directly onto that controller. As long as that fan's blowing on that controller, it stayed working all day yesterday. But I want to put a little bit of a charge back into these batteries to cover what I lost, and then go back to running on solar all day. But yeah, you had 248 volts hooked to that, and really the one shouldn't even have been hooked to it, but it took it because I have that same controller, and these only go up to 36 volt, and I do have a 48 volt panel, but I'm not going to hook it to that. The one is due to the wall heating up. They're all on the wall. Every one of them is on the wall here, the outside wall. That's where the strongest point is to screw the controllers to. The other ones are not heating up. It's only that cheap China one. You get what you pay for. Cheapness. But that day, that was a disaster diverted. But see, this solar controller, when it gets hot temperature-wise, it just shuts off. Yours had so much voltage going through it, it just melted it down and caught it on fire. Hey, Boxman D, howdy. But yeah, as long as I keep the fan on that one, it's good. I should have remembered that, but I didn't figure that out till yesterday. And that one is only temporary anyway. It's the first one coming out as soon as the big monster behind me gets hooked up. And that's going to be a nighttime job when I don't have to worry about taking in sun. Run on the generator, rip everything out, get this thing in. I'm a little short on wire. I'll get that in a couple weeks. I want to get a breaker to turn the solar on and off. Solar itself. I've already got one for the batteries that I can turn on and off in there that's hooked up. But I want to get one for the solar side. I can just reach in there and turn them solar panels off and not have to worry about it. But it's working fine now. So we'll see what it does when it hits 113 today. But don't, like I said, if you got something outside you don't care about, some cheap little solar setup, them little China solar controllers are wonderful for that. Something like this, I don't recommend them for. Like I said, I just got this for a quick little patch because I had a solar panel sitting out here that was doing nothing. Right now I got 3 that's doing nothing. I hate it. I hate having stuff sitting around that, man, that could be making us energy and it's sitting there doing nothing. So I got on Temu and bought that solar controller, and they're good little solar controllers. Do not get me wrong. They're good little solar controllers, but they're not for high temperature. They're not for, they say MPPT on them. They're not MPPT. They say 100 amp. I wouldn't put 100 amp through them. I just put minor stuff on them. Like I'll put the Harbor Freight panels on them, maybe. I'll put one, what is on that one? Oh, there's 2 36 volt 250 watt panels on that controller right now. I've got it fused coming in. Nothing's heating up, nothing's getting hot, except it can't take the ambient temperature right now. But it's, like I said, it's all a learning curve. Maybe in about 5 years, I might know something about solar. But just when you think you get it figured out, you learn something else. My thing is, I pay attention to the watts more than I do amps or volts. As far as what to run. Air conditioner, 570 watts. There's 1500 out there on the ground. Should run it no problem, and it does. And I'm back to when everything's running smooth out there and that solar controller is not kicking on and off from overheating, I can plug the Apicools back in to the 110, run them off the inverter with the air conditioner, and it keeps up. When we were at 1500 watts on the ground out there, I wasn't keeping up. I was barely taking on water, so to speak. The minute I put the extra 100 watts out there with the Harbor Freight kit, somewhere between 1500 and 1600 watts is our threshold. Once I put the Harbor Freight on there, everything kept up. And of course, you got to have good sun, but everything kept up. So once I get the 190s back on and the other 250 watt panel out there that's 48 volt, we don't have no problem keeping up. None at all. In fact, I may end up getting another window unit put in here. But somewhere around between 15 and 1600 watts, I figured I learned is our threshold as far as keeping up with everything. And that was running 3 12 volt fans. There's one up there now running, one there running, and one in that closet running. Of course, the TV bleeder lights on. I can plug the Jackery back in and keep it charged when I have the 1600 watts going on. What size power inverter are we using? Oh, I have to show you that sometime, D. We have a monster. It's 2000 watts. That thing weighs about 50 pounds, but it's huge. It's the biggest thing. It's bigger than our batteries. It's more of a house inverter. This thing, it does everything but wash the dishes. I can set the charger amps on it, the VOC, how fast it switches from the generator back over to it. Um, there's so much I can do with this thing. It's 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 pretty smart. I want to get another one to pigtail off of it. We found one over in Phoenix for $500, but at the time I didn't think about pigtailing it. If I do that, that rooftop will run then, as long as I got enough solar and batteries out there. But we're going to concentrate on batteries. Start buying the batteries, 1 or 2 a month. I think we're going to go with them Dr. Repairs. And then eventually we'll move on to something else. And gift those out or something. But 4 of those batteries would give us 50 more hours than what we got. But it'd actually be 200 hours. No. 50, it'd be 150. It'd be 400 amp hours. We got 150 now. So, and you can run them down where you can't do the. When I do the math, Steve, I see the watts. So far off each 500 setup out there, I'm running about 320 average. So talking about 15 to 1600 watt being our threshold, that's just in panels alone. The actual wattage is probably around 900 to 1000 is actually our threshold. I didn't get the dongle ordered. I'm going to do that at the beginning of the month. But I finally figured out the other solar controller, what I was doing wrong with it. I got to do the amps off the panels instead of what the solar controller says the amps on the battery are. That's how I was coming up with 750 watts worth of panels, coming up with over 1,000. And the EPEVers are easier to figure out your wattage with because they show you the amps coming in and your volts that's coming in. The MPPT 60 that I have, it does not show you that. It just shows you the volts coming in, then it shows you the amps on the batteries. The X watts coming in is less than I expected to see from the panels. I think I got that too on 2 panels. I got 2 panels out there that kind of look like they're burnt, but the metal in them kind of look burnt. They're not, unless they are toasted. But they work. They've been that way since we bought them. Northwoods RV Live. Hey, howdy. Hope y'all are doing good up there in Michigan. You know, they advertise them panels at 75%. I think that's average. I wouldn't be surprised if some of them panels that they sell out there aren't at 50%. And I think my 2 brownish ones are. But I want to replace those 2. Because I got 3 60 watt panels, 60 watt. The $60 Triana panels. $60 a piece. They looked brand new. One of them had a little bit of a snail trail in it. That was the last one that I got that day. Because when I got there, I added a panel to the order. And that was the one that they added to it. But the other 2 looked spotless, brand like they just took them out of the box. But I'm really, really, really curious on what they're doing, wattage-wise. But see, what I've learned with Santan, you go in there and you tell them you got a YouTube channel, give me your best-looking panels. They're going to be on my YouTube channel. Don't give me no junky-looking panels. They usually get you the good panels. Many of the same were retired from solar farms. Yeah, that's where all, yeah. Huge majority of them come from. Yeah, compared to the averages. So, okay. But then again, too, you know, when they plugged it in that day, did they get 75% because it was clear? The sky was a little clearer that day due to a haze, moisture in the sky. slight cloudy. Because I have noticed that. It didn't look sunny, very sunny day out there. Couldn't ask for a better day, but you're not getting the solar very good because you don't know what's up in that atmosphere that is cutting down on them rays, and it kind of looked like that was going on again this morning. But I want to start. We're going to stick with the used panels as much as possible. Then eventually we may start buying brand new panels. Hey, CRV, welcome back. I'm very curious what a new panel puts out compared to these used ones. Like the 250s that I got hooked, the two 250s I got hooked to the EPEB, or it's a little easier to figure out what wattage is coming in on. Supposed to be 500 watts. Yesterday I was getting 359, and I think it was the highest. And I kind of cheat. Well, now, yesterday I just left them flat. I didn't even move them. But I was moving them. The offices here, their solar panels moved with the sun. I was kind of following them. Whenever their solar panels was aiming, I was aiming my panels, and I was getting really good sun doing that. But that gets old. That gets old out there. I mean, you go out there and I got 6 panels I got to move. Not counting the 3 that ain't hooked up. So that would be 9 panels. It gets old moving them around. They're going back on the roof. Yeah, I was told that. You're usually $1 a watt. See if you quit chasing the sun. It gets old, don't it? I remembered why I couldn't wait to get them back up on the roof. Then we take them off the roof. Of course, we had to redo the roof. The roof's done. Just got to get them back up there now and add 2 more, 3 more to them up there somehow. But I remembered why I wanted them up there now. And then when you move, and granted, we may only have 1, maybe 2 more moves, maybe 3 more moves yet before season hits, because they're laxing up on forcing people to, as long as they see you moving, they're happy. They don't really care about the length. They just don't want you sitting in one spot very long. Just move around. Yeah, them panels get hot, very hot. I gotta wear gloves in the summertime. I don't like wearing gloves in the summertime. But then when you move, CRV's got his truck, and he helps me move the panels. We move, Crystal helps him. He moves their panels. And in the meantime, I'm over here packing up, usually getting ready. But it worked out that way last time. The other time it took 2 weeks. And so then it became my turn to move. Well, he's done moved 4 panels, his water tanks, other things, the stuff outside, chairs and everything. Then you got to come load my 9 panels up now. But that's really the only thing that I have to haul, because everything else is on honey then. I could open the door, and I have done it, and slide them up into the door. But if I do that and lay them on the side, then I can't get in the bathroom if I need it. I could stand them up. But you get too many panels on that side, and honey starts listing. So, also having on the roof absorb some of the heat on your roof so it doesn't get hot inside. I think so. I think so too. The only thing is I can't compare that this year. And the reason is because we took the panels off the roof and we coated the roof. And you can go out in the sun. This roof coating is amazing. You can go out in the sun, and Tim felt it. And you can touch the aluminum when it goes up to the roof coating, and you can't touch it. It's hot. You'll burn your hand. But you can reach across there and touch that roof coating and leave your hand there, and it's cold. It's weird, but it's some sort of rubber elastic seal we put up there. But we had 3 up there. I'm hoping to get 6. But I got to go to Harbor Freight and get some channel, I think, to make the front 2 work. Because I don't want all that weight on the bunk without some sort of support from the back. That'd work up there. I can get 4 of them. I got to slide it back. I got to build the bracket up to the bottom off the roof that goes down where the AC is. Had 1 behind the AC. I've got to figure out how I'm going to turn them and get 2 back there. So that would be 6. And then eventually I could slide the 2 back there back, put 2 more in front of it, and then altogether there'd be 2,000 watts and 250 watt panels up there. And then that's maxed out. We can't get no more up there. But I know when we had them up there, you could feel a difference in the roof where them panels was. And it seemed like where the panels was a little cooler. Because we were told putting them up there was a mistake. Because and the bottom of the panels get warm, they get pretty hot. But we didn't feel that. But that's what we were, oh, you're going to get all the heat now from your panels going radiant right in your rig. We didn't really notice that. So I'm not going to hesitate to put them back up there. And then we get another rig, 40 foot, whatever, it's going to be at least 40 foot, that whole roof's going to be covered. Then I ain't going to have to worry about tilting them or anything. But we took them off to coat the roof, left them off all winter, because it basically took all winter to coat the roof, because this was a bad winter. And I just left them because I was getting more sun on the ground. Because what are we getting, like 6 hours of daylight? Maybe 4 hours of good sun for solar in the wintertime. If you have enough extra panels, wattage. Yep, that's my goal, Steve. I don't like moving. We'll still have these 3 extra panels because I'm not going to get rid of them until I replace the 2 190s with 2 250s. I'll get rid of the 190s then. And then I'll replace the other 250 with a 36 volt 250. That one's a 48 volt. I don't know. I ain't made my mind up about that one yet. Probably keep it. That one pumps out some wattage. Yeah, we're back up where we need to be now. Oh, Crystal Inlet Green got another member. Howdy. But that was kind of scary. I should have known it was that solar controller. I didn't even think of that because it did the same thing yesterday. Though it didn't drop that low. Then I go out there and the sun looks like it's kind of fuzzy. So that made me think it's probably a combination of that and its solar controller. And having that fan up here and that vent has made a huge difference. I hope the wind don't change direction. Because if the wind changes direction, then I got to shut that vent and wait till the wind dies down because it'll blow that heat right back in here like a furnace. But this is a huge difference from what it was yesterday. Lulu's not panting. She was panting yesterday. That's why I turned the 2 on. I have 4 230 watt panels and they are huge. I can never move. I know these 250 watt panels we had one 230 watt panel. I think we gave it to Lily. Yeah, we did. All my friends and everything back home that are in the solar, they think these solar panels are light. They're not light. They're pretty heavy. You get 6 up there on that roof, that's going to be a lot of weight. Solar is pretty heavy. The weight in the batteries, the weight in your inverters, depending on the inverter you have. The weight of the solar panels, wire itself's not that light. Short wire in it doesn't make a difference, but you get long wire and that weight's it adds up. Yeah, you caught up on the chat. All right, we've been on here an hour. I am going to get off here. Maybe talk to Beck on the phone. I don't know. wait the heat out before I go out. Well, I do got to go out and shoot a video real fast because I forgot to last night. I ended up watching the movie Gettysburg last night. I'm setting my movie library up on this TV thing I got. And my TV show library up. Because I had to redo all that yesterday. Everything in here went nuts yesterday because of the heat. TV didn't go nuts yesterday. That was me. I screwed that up, so I had to redo the whole thing. But everybody, y'all have a great day. Stay cool or warm if you need to. And I'm going to go shoot a video and get it edited and get it uploaded for the Raid Parade Friday. Shoot one for Saturday, for the Saturday stroll. And then I'm just going to kick back and relax in front of this air conditioner until I have to get up and turn the rooftop on, which hopefully not with this fan, but we'll see. But everybody, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Becky should be back here tomorrow, depending on how things go at the hospital. But she's not her. She's at the hospital. There's my internet signal. She's at the hospital with her sister. Her sister's having a procedure done to her heart. So, but, all right, folks. We'll see you tomorrow. See ya later.
Real bad boy. I've got a ton of gravel in my shoes, girl on my shoulder, a heart full of blues, and in the dirt, down in the dirt.